Okay, welcome back to Everyday Saturday with Arvindevaya, the Seeker of Truth. This is the third clip of the day. I'm still at the same park. I don't know if you checked the other videos. I might call the first one an intro video just because I kind of introduce what I'm doing with this series. Anyway, this video is about the relationship between we could just call it Saturday and Monday, or we could call it just Saturn and Moon, or even in astrology, people who know about like all the kind of stuff that I'm not all the stuff I'm talking about is like niche knowledge. A lot of this is common as well. I think I'm pretty understandable. But I do want to kind of point to a niche knowledge right now, astrology. In astrology, sorry if it's windy. Sorry about that as well. There's some people at the park. So people who are who know a bit of astrology, they know that that Saturn and Moon, they are like sister signs because of, I think, Capricorn is the astrology zodiac ruled by Saturn, and Cancer is ruled by the Moon, and they're opposite signs, which means they're 6 places away from each other. That's why you always have whenever there's like an eclipse or a full moon or whatever, it's always those opposite signs. You have like Capricorn and then you have like Cancer. So you always have that flip because they're always opposite to each other, and that's a lot to do with astronomy, because of the zodiacs are basically constellations. So we don't need to get into any of that because I don't usually bother myself too much with it, although sometimes I do, but it's not like something, it's not knowledge that we all need to have just to understand reality or to talk about it, so it's like, yeah. But this is the part that I feel that everyone will understand, is if you've seen the last clip that I made about the nature of physical reality ruled by Saturn. So that's Saturn, the physical reality, separated as the furthest from our true self. We are over here we experience like finite being, like we're I am separate from you. That's not really, all existence is all one. That's what we call God. Some people call that God. Everything infinite, is so many ways of saying it. Anyway, so this finiteness creates a separation, and it makes a lot of people forget that we are actually all one, and which is fine for now. So people, it's a slow process. It's not a slow. It's happening right now. But we're gonna take it to take it from where it is. So right now, at the time I'm making this video, I'll say like a lot of people, or some people, identify with their body, the manifest physical form Saturn, as themselves. So they think that they are this body and they are the physical. Now, if the tree, if that nice lovely tree was attached to your body, you might think that's you. So but it's not you, and yeah, it's nice to have the body, and obviously I want all my body parts to work. I want to take care of it. I'm like invested in it to some degree. So obviously, we might consider it like our belongings, like whatever it is, right? So anyway, so this physical form, Saturn, people forget that we're all one, and that causes a lot of pain in the world because people are not caring for each other the way that they would care for themselves. If they just knew all of reality of what, what the truth is, then they might care for each other a little better. And that's where the moon comes in, because the moon symbolizes care. And it's funny that they're sister signs or opposite signs, or they go well together because they almost need each other. They're both dark signs, like the night. Saturn's color is black. The moon rules the night. So they're both have that common. They're kind of playing on the same end of the field, so to speak, and they need each other because if you do want to live this separate reality, you wanna experience, you don't want to all just become one blob and just be like, all right, well, what, it might not be that fun. So if you like this physical experience, which I do, I think all of us do, maybe almost all of us do, I think. So if you like this, you want to keep this, and you want to also, have an aspect of not hurting the overall self, because all people are us. So it's like, I don't want to, if that doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Like, that's why we have the moon. Like, if you don't understand that aspect, it's fine. Like, not, it's people, but I feel like everyone has a feeling of it, that we're all kind of one. And so, but that is a symbol of the sun. The sun is, number one. It's we're all one energy, one field, we're all one. And that consciousness is sun consciousness. And that's, like, people call it the higher self, guided by your higher self. So it's like there's the overall, the God, or whatever you want to call it, has intentions, has desires, and which are all led by beauty, or it's for beauty. It's what it feels is most beautiful, and it moves, and it has actions, it has, and it's all through us, through plants and humans and all that, and movements in the sky, and atoms and protons and light particles. Like, it's all of it, right? But that's sun consciousness. Sun consciousness, if you have, while having this Saturn consciousness, which is called ego consciousness, like we all identify with our physical form, that's ego consciousness. So ego consciousness paired with sun consciousness, that's dual consciousness. So dual consciousness would be where you realize that you too are a sun. Like, hey, you are a sun, like, we're all that one, but at the same time, I like my physical form that is, like, obviously temporary life, all this stuff. Like, I like all these things, and yeah, temporary for now. Like, who knows? Like, anything's possible. But yeah, but that was weird for me to say, but it's true. I feel, don't ever limit your mind to any reality. I'm not saying that that it's provable right now, or that it even needs to be proven. Like, just beliefs are powerful, and I'm not even saying beliefs are gonna make it happen, but it opens those doors, right? So that's how science evolves, right? People have theories, and they try and they figure it out, right? So anyway, so having this finite ego consciousness, and coupling that with sun consciousness is a beautiful thing. And realizing that we are sun consciousness, and yet, like, choosing to live differently, is what we call soul consciousness. It's and this is not something like this is only for some people to hear, I think. Let's put it that way, about soul consciousness. So, there's a lot of people know about, people talk about soul contracts or destiny, fate, right? So there's obviously there's an overall self, that we're all here to accomplish something. But at the same time, there's also the individual mission, right, of the soul. And so there's levels to this: is sun consciousness, soul consciousness, and then obviously ego consciousness. But I think ego consciousness is not really a real consciousness; it's just a false identification. But I think it's okay to identify with that until they reach a similar one, which is a soul consciousness, like realizing we are all the same yet different, and there is a reason for that difference, and there's a beauty in the difference, and there's an acceptance to each other even though we're different, because we all are also all one, which is sun consciousness. So if the true dual consciousness would be sun consciousness and soul consciousness. But again, this is not for everyone to hear, or but it will speak to you if it's supposed to. It's one of those kinds of things. However, tracking back to the regular conversation here, is ego consciousness. So ego consciousness is the physical identification, and then you have the moon helps aid that. So we're not that hurtful to each other, like, even though people may not know that we're all the same, like people not all awoken to sun consciousness, that we're all one, but still they have care, you don't have to be enlightened to, or whatever you want to call it, to have care. So that moon nature, that aspect of nurture and care, is part of the universe, and it's there because it knows, it's just, maybe it doesn't know, I don't know, but I just got like this branches of weird looking thorny branches in my hair. But anyway, I'm walking west, and it's a beautiful, look at that sun. It's actually Sunday, but it's Saturday because we're sharing knowledge. Saturday every day. So that was the relationship between Saturn and the moon, and more coming up just next. So just stay tuned. And I was gonna say in my last video, actually, I don't know if I mentioned it. I think I didn't. I know I mentioned I'm wearing black, and that there's a jogger wearing black, and there's also other people wearing black right now. I don't know, yeah, I'm gonna try to wear black on all of these Saturday everyday videos, because that's the color of Saturn, just as a tribute, or whatever you want to call it, to the Saturn energy. Stay tuned, more coming up next. Thank you.